Hi, I'm Plowmy, and in this episode of RadioK, I'm going to be reacting to a group that I think I haven't reacted to in a long time, that being DAY6 with their recent comeback, You Make Me. If I remember correctly, the last time I reacted to them must have been with the release of Zombie, which was like last year at some point. Because I remember that obviously, I found the song to be pretty good, but I actually was super in love with the B-sides of that album. So I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about this one. And I can already tell you that I'm definitely gonna be checking out the B-sides of this album because Afraid and Love Me or Leave Me, which are two songs from that album in which Zombie was released, are some of my favorite songs in general, not just from DAY6. I'm very excited to check out this album to see whether there's gonna be any songs that I love as much as I love those two songs. But that's gonna be happening in a different video, and especially if you guys comment down below that you want to see that, because the more demand that I see that there is, the more likely I am to do it sooner. Because I will do it, but it might take me like a week to get to the point where I'm interested in doing K-pop videos again, because I kind of get a little burnout. But yeah, enough with the chit chat. Without further ado, let's get into DAY6's You Make Me in 3, 2, 1. Okay, definitely feels like your typical DAY6 song, with the beautiful vocals and the slow build up. Honestly, they're kings of these kinds of music. That came out of nowhere. As usual, the chorus is so damn good. You know, for a band, they have some pretty good vocals. I mean, their vocals are better than a lot of other K-pop idols who mainly focus on singing. Oh, that's some good editing. Oh, is there some story to the music video? I wasn't even paying too much attention, but I just noticed that the music video is like 4 minutes and 20 seconds long, so it means that there is some story. I personally hate whenever music videos cut the song in half with some story that they're trying to tell. I appreciate the story they're trying to tell, but it cuts the song, so I'm not really able to properly judge it when I'm reacting to it. I don't know who that girl is, but she's actually a really good actress. She kind of made me emotional in that scene. A little bit at least. I love their vocals. They're so powerful. They're some of the most powerful vocalists in K-pop, honestly. Honestly, I actually kind of appreciate the story in this music video. It was kind of nice. Also, this is a beautiful shot. I definitely know what's gonna be the thumbnail for this reaction for sure. Okay. Every ending is a new beginning. Cool, great inspirational thought. Honestly, I think this actually might be better than a Zombie in terms of the title track, but to be honest, neither of those two songs comes nowhere close to the two songs from the album that Zombie was released in, because like I love Afraid and Love Me or Leave Me so much more. Like to me they're so much better, and I can kind of understand why they're not title tracks, because they are definitely different from the style that DAY6 shows in their title tracks, but in terms of actual songs, I think those are better. So I'm actually super duper excited to check out the B-sides of this album, but that's obviously not gonna happen in this video. But you can expect it very soon and no later than 2 weeks from now, so subscribe to the channel. But yeah, there's still things that I like about this. Like the song, it's not like it's bad or anything, but I feel like these kind of songs specifically don't really seem to. It feels like there's only so much, like how there's only so much that these kinds of songs with this concept and this structure and ideas and sound can go for. While I feel like the B-sides with the bigger freedom that I have in the B-sides, I feel like they're able to hit much higher places, in my opinion at least. Like I can't exactly explain why I don't find the title tracks that they release as good as their B-sides, but that's how I feel about it ultimately. And obviously we're gonna be reacting to this one a second time, so my opinion might change, but I doubt it. There's just something about their title tracks that I feel like they can't really seem to get as the highest highs that their B-sides can actually go to. I don't know. Yeah, let's get into it one more time and see whether I'm gonna like it more in 3, 2, 1. Like, I guess one way that you can explain it is like their title tracks feel like stories, like emotional stories, emotional journeys that they take you on. Well, the B-sides feel more like songs, you know? That's one way to put it, I guess. Because like I still like what the title tracks are. I think the song is really good. I think they're really good singers and just musicians in general. But in terms of how much I want to listen to the song again, their title tracks just lack a little bit. Although I think this one is better than Zombie in that regard. Because I think it's a little bit catchier. While still being pretty emotional. I mean, I still appreciate how emotional their title tracks are. But again, for me, as the kind of person that I am and the kind of K-pop songs that I tend to listen to, their B-sides are more replayable, I guess is one way to put it. Because there's only so many times that I can go on this emotional journey with a title track, while with a more normal feeling B-side, it's much easier to replay it. Damn, I don't know. Again, I don't know who that actress is, but she is so good. With no lines, she conveys such powerful emotion. It's definitely one of the most emotional K-pop songs I've ever listened to. Man, for a rock group, I feel like they don't really use their guitars as much as they probably should be. That's one thing that keeps bothering me about K-pop, that for some reason K-pop hates guitars. Like, they'll tease you with it in their songs with, like, at the beginning, at the end, or at some tiny little part of the song they'll use them. But they're not gonna have a song fully with guitars. The only group who I feel like has actually committed to doing the guitars, I think is Dreamcatcher. And even they don't really do it as much as I think they should have. But like every other group just uses it as a little bit of a gimmick for their songs. But yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention to tell you exactly how much the guitar was used, but it's just like, it stood out to me here at the end when I actually heard it, because for most of the song I didn't really notice it. So maybe that's on me, but still, I feel like they could use it a little bit more. But yeah, my opinion of this song hasn't really changed that much after the second listen. I still think it's not as good as those two B-sides from their previous album that I reacted to, but it's still a solid song, and it's pretty much in line with every single title track of theirs that I've seen. So in terms of the rating of the song, I'm going to give it a solid 9.6 out of 10, which is a pretty high score, honestly, and I can easily give it a 10 out of 10 as well, but I feel like in the scoring I need to show how exactly I feel about the song and show what I mean by the song's not really being able to hit the highs of the B-sides for some reason, for me personally. Because I feel like this is the best their title track could be. For me, this is their best title track so far. And that doesn't really say much because I've checked out like 2 or 3 title tracks of theirs, if I remember correctly, because I've reacted to so many songs. This is like episode 430 of this series, and I usually used to react to like 4 songs per video, so it's like more than 1,000 songs at this point. And in my playlist I have like 3,000 songs, so there's a lot of songs that I reacted to, so I apologize if I don't remember their songs, but for me this is their best one, and it's the best their title tracks can offer in my opinion, so far at least. And it just feels like they're kind of limited in some way, their title tracks, because all of them sound very similar, and I don't know. I feel like their title tracks don't really have the potential their B-sides have in a way. I don't know. Yeah, it's still a very high score, and I think it's a pretty flawless song because there isn't any moment in the song where I think it's bad or it doesn't do what it's trying to do well. But it's just, for me, it really doesn't quite hit the same way that the B-sides did in that album, and hopefully will do in this album as well. But yeah, but before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!